Tracking your Amazon product performance across multiple data points is essential for making informed business decisions. In this video, you will learn about Data Dive's new feature that combines search query performance data with organic rank tracking, helping you to analyze your product visibility and conversion metrics in one place. If you would like to try Data Dive tools for yourself, sign up using the link below and use the exclusive orange Klik coupon code to get 20% off for the first month.
Hello, Anthony. Great to see you again on our channel. And today you're going to show us, or actually introduce us, one of the newest features of Data Dive, which helps Amazon sellers to analyze search query performance data. And as we already can assume, it will be a game changer for the sellers. Before we start, could you first introduce yourself and also give us a brief overview of what Data Dive is and how do you usually help Amazon sellers?
Sounds good. What's going on, everyone? My name is Anthony Cofrancesco. I've been in the Amazon industry since 2017. I used to work for Amazon. I had an agency, which I sold with my business partner in 2019. I worked with PickFu for 2 years. And for the last 3 years, I've been with Data Dive, Seller Systems, and Camp Ecom, as well as our toy brand. So yeah, I just love, Amazon, I've seen it through the highs and the lows, and it's an interesting point, but now it's all about the data and it's all about running a really tight ship. SQP is one of the areas that you should definitely be looking at, and I think it's going to get even more popular over the next year. And now we've integrated it into Data Dive Rank Radar.
All right. So before you start sharing what's new about search query performance data, maybe can you summarize briefly what is this data collection or point Amazon is giving out for those who are maybe not familiar with it yet?
The search query performance report is basically showing you, as searches are made, how often and what are the metrics related to when your brand shows up. And so it's a different view from your PPC metrics because it's really for a much broader range of searches, and it gives you a different set of metrics that you're going to see on the PPC report. So ideally, this is something that you should use in coordination with your PPC data. You should look at your SQP data, and really, if you can cross-reference this against your organic rank data, you can kind of triangulate these three things and get some interesting insights as to where you have holes or gaps in your funnel, and where you should be pushing effort, where you should potentially be pulling back effort. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. And what is this new feature or tool you recently launched, which probably a lot of members are already kind of excited to try out, but to let know the wider audience as well, what it is, what is the main benefit of it? Maybe you can even share a screen and show us how it works. We're very eager to find out all the details.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that people really like about Data Dive is our organic rank tracker. And we weren't the first people to come up with an organic rank tracker, but we were probably one of the first to overlay the organic rank tracker with additional data points. So what we first integrated was PPC data, and people loved it, right? Being able to see your organic ranks right next to your PPC data. You're able to see what's my PPC performance, and if I would make changes to PPC campaigns, could I have a positive impact on my organic rank? And so recently we just added on the ability to see your SQP data as an additional toggle over your organic rank. And we are already tracking every month 2.5 million keywords through Data Dive every month. And so I anticipate this is going to push it up even higher. So this is what the view looks like here inside of Data Dive. And if you're looking and saying, well, Anthony, this all looks a little bit blank, I will show you some screenshots that have some real SQP data in here. But I just want to show you what it looks like if you haven't set this up, because yeah, you'll want to make these connections. So basically on the right-hand side, you have your organic rank data for every day. And then it's saying, I don't have a PPC account connected. I'm going to show you how to do that. And then over here is this new add-on, which is your SQP data. So over here on the right-hand side, you have your data options. Right now I have PPC and SQP toggled, as well as there's a view that you can have by routes or individual keywords. So if I have PPC or SQP toggled and my account is not connected, this is just a case study example. I don't actually sell this product. It's going to prompt me to go and connect my PPC account to Data Dive. And you can click on this button here, or you can go straight to this Amazon Connections tab. You'll find this by going to the bottom left-hand side of your screen, clicking Account, clicking on Amazon, and then you can set up a new Amazon connection. Or let's say you're working with an agency or you have a freelancer that's handling your PPC, you can click Generate Setup Link, choose your marketplace, and then click Generate. It's going to give you a URL, which you can send to them, and then the owner of the account can sign in on their behalf and give you an agency or a freelancer can give you access. So now that their data will show up inside of the Data Dive account. So that's the basic setup. Let's walk through what some of these metrics mean for SQP data. So you see a bunch of things here at the top. We already have some other videos that explain the PPC data. This, I would anticipate, is going to be more of an introductory video, and we're going to go deeper over the next few weeks with additional training. But you see a few metrics here for SQP data. We have SQ score, SQ volume, days with data, impressions, CTR, clicks, cart ads, purchases, and then CVR, and then we get into the PPC data. So to help kind of make sense of this, we put together a little sheet, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger and maybe zoom around a little bit. But what I'm going to do for each of these is tell you what the definition is, give you the description, and then talk about what the strategic use is going to be, as well as some advanced strategies. And then we'll do our best to go down to the screenshots that we have down below, also put them on a slide over here, and see if we can find any examples of real world examples of these, because down below we do have some real SQP data as well as PPC data. So let's start with the most simple, and then this is SQ volume. And so the SQ volume is really just the actual number of Amazon searches for a keyword over a given period. So this is all Amazon searches, and the strategic use of this is to validate keyword demand directly from Amazon shoppers. The advanced strategies is you can compare your search volume and relevancy to prioritize keywords. So with the kids' binoculars example, I might see something that has an SQ volume of 100,000, but it's like toys for kids, toys for boys, toys for girls. So the SQ volume is really high, but the relevancy, which is not a metric that is given here, that's something you're going to have to determine for yourself. So kids for boys, kids for girls is going to be less relevant than kids binoculars, right? Kids binoculars age 7 to 9. So this is a similar metric to something that you would think of as like search volume, but it's going to be in the SQP report. Now, days with data is the number of days that SQP data was collected. And what this helps you do is assess the consistency or volatility in keyword performance. And so imagine if you have 30 days in a month, if you see that the days where data came in for that keyword, that search term rather, if that is only like 1 or 5 or 10, then it's very infrequent that your brand is showing up in searches for that search term. Versus if it's like 30, it's going to be like every single day you're showing up in searches related to this set of data for this search term rather. So what you can do here is use with impressions to check if the spikes or dips are anomalies, or basically see, like we said, how volatile or normal the keyword, the search term is appearing. Impressions are pretty straightforward. This is just the number of time your ASINs appeared in a search for that keyword. And you can use this to gauge visibility in organic or sponsored placements. What you can do with the impressions, though, is triangulate rather with your CTR and your SQ volume to identify missed opportunity keywords. So let's say you have areas that have very high impressions, very high SQ volume, but you're getting a low CTR. You can go back and look and see, are there keywords that are getting large amounts of searches? You're not getting impressions. You are getting impressions. If there's some discrepancy between these three metrics, could be some potential opportunities for you. Your click-through rate is the number of times that your ad was clicked, or your brand is showing up for the search term, your clicks divided by the number of impressions. strategic use here is to measure the listing's relevance and really the effectiveness of your main image, your title. And so for certain search terms, if you have very low impressions and a very low click-through rate, then might be an area if the keyword or the search term is relevant enough that you would go back and try to reinforce into your title or into your main image points related to that. We've got clicks. So clicks are the actual number of shopper clicks from a keyword. This shows that you're getting interest into your listing, and you can use this with purchases and CVR to find leaky funnels. So for example, areas where you're getting a high click rate or high clicks but low conversion rate means that people are interested in the listing. There's things on your main image, on your title that are pulling people in, on your price, on your reviews that are pulling people in, but you have a leaky funnel. There's something in your product detail page, your secondary images, your A+ content, your video that is causing people not to convert. So this is one of my favorite metrics, is comparing the clicks to later down the road is the conversion rate. Cart ads is the number of customers who have added a product to the cart. It's the midpoint between interest and conversion. So you can use this with purchases. So if you have cart ads but no buys, then there's probably either a price issue, a review issue, or a checkout issue. So it's like they got very, very close, but there was something at the end that was like, maybe there's a better option out there. And sometimes it's as simple as just getting beat out by a competitor. You added multiple versions of a product to your cart, and then that's why we're saying it could be a price or review issue. You have 3 of these water bottles in your cart, and you're like, you know what? I like this pink one, but I really like the one that had a little bit more reviews, a little bit better of a price, and it can help you diagnose those issues. So we have a couple more left here. We have purchases and we have conversion rate. Purchases are really simple. It's just the units that were purchased directly from that search term. And then this is the final conversion signal that we get from SQP. And so you can use this with conversion rate, click-through rate, and organic rank to determine if your SEO and your ads are effective versus the competition. If you're not actually getting the purchases in the end, then you're going to have to look higher up this list to determine what the potential issue is. And then last but not least is your conversion rate. This is just your purchases divided by your clicks. This is going to help you to evaluate your offer strength. And so that is everything that's on your PDP, on your listing, as well as your price and your reviews. And you can cross-reference this with your rank, your click-through rate. And basically, if you have a high click-through rate and a low conversion rate, then there's probably something in your product detail page that needs optimizing. So for example, in the video we just did, maybe your price is great, your reviews are great, but when you get into the listing, you're just not sure, are these kids' binoculars, are they actually going to be durable? Are they going to be safe for my kid? Are they going to be easy to use for my kid? So you've got them interested, but because the conversion rate on certain keywords is really, really low, it can help you diagnose what your further issues are. So I think in the interest of time, we're going to keep this short and we're going to keep it brief. What I would recommend is if you have a Data Dive account, go and connect your PPC. Most of you already have your PPC account connected, but go make sure that the SQP integration is working. Look through some of these definitions and start to play around with it. See what kind of analyses you can start to make. And I think we'll have some future videos that go into deeper dives and show some examples. And I think that's where we wrap it up for right now.
Nice. Thank you so much, Anthony, because I think the earlier you start to adopt these new features, the sooner you are more in a winner position. So it was nice to get this first overview, how it works and how it looks like in Data Dive. So definitely helpful. And we will for sure record more in-depth videos coming up soon, because literally this update was just announced by Data Dive. So it's a very new thing. And as always, we have a link to Data Dive in the video description below. So you can click on it and learn more. But to kind of summarize, what would you say, what's the main benefit of being a Data Dive user for an Amazon seller?
It's going to be a lot faster than other tools. And I think it makes the data a little bit more accessible. Then, you can go and pull your SQP report yourself, but you're not going to be able to see the overlay with organic rank all in the same spot. And so what we like is that it's combining the most important data metrics you have in a really actionable way.
Yeah, definitely a time saver, and also just to help to understand like the different data points and put them together. So thanks again, Anthony, for giving us this overview, and I'm looking forward to have you soon again on our channel.
Thanks so much, Lisette. See you next time.
I hope this video will help you to analyze your product performance data more effectively. And if you want to try Data Dive, sign up using the link below and use the exclusive orange Klik coupon code for 20% off. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe buttons if you enjoy the content we create. And if you have additional comments or questions about what you have learned in this video, leave them in the comment section below. And now I would like to recommend you to watch another video where you will learn how you can analyze your competitors' images and get AI-powered insights for your listings with a Data Dive. So check this out.